Alright, so in this video here, we're doing a quick review of add, subtract, and multiply integers. Now, this means we're going to be add, subtract, and multiplying positive and negative numbers. So, in our brains, either thinking money or thinking temperature can help us make sense of what these questions are asking. So here we're going to go -7 plus 5. Now, if we're thinking money, this -7 is going to represent that you have to pay or that you owe $7. And then the plus 5 means that you have $5. There's a $5 bill in your wallet. You got it. Okay? So now we do know here that you owe $7. You have 5, so you owe more than what you have. So your answer is going to be a negative number. So you try and pay off that 7, you don't have enough to do it, so you're still going to owe at the end. So you're going to shell out those $5, and you're still going to have $2 left to pay. So we have more negatives than we do positives, so the sum is going to be a negative, and then we just do 7 minus 5 for how much that's going to be, which in this case is $2. So we can also think temperature. So we're going to start at -7 or 7 degrees below 0. Now this plus means it's going to warm up 5 degrees. And that leaves us at 2 degrees below 0 or -2. So two different ways of thinking about it, money or even temperature. Here we're going to do 4 minus a -7. So if we are thinking money, this -7 means you have to pay $7 or you owe $7. And then this negative right here means that whoever you owe the money to is taking away that debt. In other words, you borrowed $7 and then they're going to take away that debt, which means you just get to keep the $7 in your pocket. So most people just change it to a plus. So here we go. So it's going to be 4 plus a 7 to make $11 that you now have. So again, that minus a negative, just change it to a plus and you're good because you're taking away a negative or a debt that you're going to have to pay. So for this example here, it can be written either way. I know there is a mathematical difference between the two, but in our brains when we're doing these, we're just going to look at these the same. So we have 4 times a -7 or -7 times 4. So if we're thinking money, what does that -7 represent here? It represents that you owe $7. And then the 4, because you're going to owe $7 4 times, means to 4 people. So you're going to pay 7, pay 7, pay 7, pay 7. You're going to pay 7 4 times. So you're going to be paying a lot of money, which means it's going to be a negative because that's how much you owe, and the value of that is going to be 4 times 7, which is 28. All right, 4 multiplying -4 times a -7. If we want to kind of figure this out using a money type idea, it's going to stretch our brains just a touch. So let's go. Here we go. So -7. What does that mean if we're thinking money? It means you owe or you borrowed $7 that you're going to have to pay back. Now, this 4 times -7 does mean you borrowed money to 4 people. So after you borrow this money, right over here, this negative symbol right there means instead of them making you pay it back, they're going to take away that debt. So you owe, you have to pay, you borrowed $7 from 4 people, and each of those people are taking away that debt, which means that $28 you put in your pocket from borrowing it, you just get to keep because they're not going to make you pay it back. So you just get to keep that $28. So most people just memorize negative times negative is positive. That's definitely a way to go as well. So remember, when we add or subtract with our positives and negatives, our integers, we're just looking at which one has more. If we have more negatives, our answer will be negative. If we have more positives, the answer will be positive. And when you subtract a negative, just change it to a plus. When we multiply or divide the integers, if they have the same size, positive times positive, or negative times negative, your answer will be positive. Now, if they have different signs, your answer is going to be a negative. So you can memorize that, or you can think money and run through that in your brain, or even temperature.